as you all know, Helldivers 2 is dropping on Xbox on August 26th, the same day that Gears of War Reloaded is dropping everywhere. So, obviously, this was the first kind of salvo from PlayStation, going ahead and putting their first-party games on Xbox. We did confirm last show that PlayStation was the one who was in fact saying, yes, we need this game on Xbox. We want this game on Xbox. This wasn't a developer begging PlayStation to please let us put it on. Please, let's put it on Xbox.
On the developers.
No.
Which is what the developers want you to believe, because somehow PlayStation is not with it. And that's what they want to believe themselves. The moment that this came out, I can't even imagine how deep their heart dropped, because it had to be a rude awakening for them. These are the things they're hanging on to, right? It's not PlayStation. It's not PlayStation. Well, it is. Wake up, bitch.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, Helldivers dropped a new trailer. Okay. And I want to watch that trailer with all of you. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys for the sound. I am my crew, we stay true, old school and new. Many will call, but the shows of the few. We rise to the top, what you want, just in case you forgot. Rush the stage, got my money, show me what you got. Here comes the Great trailer, right? Great trailer. And then you go and you're like, wow, this is over. And then you say, wait, what the fuck is this?
PlayStation.
Guys, I think you know what that is. If you don't know,
rated M for mature.
Oh, calm down. Let's go back over here. Let's leave that there. Okay. If you don't know what that is, that's motherfucking Halo. That is Halo ODST. Oh yes. The crossover has happened. And as we said at the start of this show, I gotta tell you, Xbox is truly running shit, bro.
Yeah.
They're truly running shit. Honestly, I feel like you go and you look at what they're doing, and they're literally saying, you could bring your game over here. Okay. You're going to bring it over here. That's fine. That's cool. We're going to do it. Dope. But in order to make this happen, we're going to put a little bit of something that our fans will actually be excited for. You know what I'm saying? What Xbox fans are going to nerd out about. And goddamn, did they go ahead and put Halo and Helldivers 2.
This is going to be crazy.
Come on, man.
Because this is where it's going to sell. Right? Yeah. This is where it's really going to sell. I feel like, PlayStation was like, Phil, me shaking in my boots. How are we going to sell Helldivers 2 on your platform? And Phil was like, watch this, bitch. Listen, it is insane. Halo is on Fortnite now, on freaking Helldivers 2. They are commercializing the crap out of it, and it is the right move. It's insane. Like, I can't wait to see what they're going to do next. This is the way that they should go ahead and run with it, and embrace the IP that they have, and understand the value, because I feel like people that weren't thinking to buy Helldivers 2 are thinking about it now.
Yeah, for sure.
Agreed. What do you think, Farrell?
I think it's big. I think, one, it gets Halo in front of a new set of eyes of people that have not played Halo recently, or may have not played Halo before. And it gets people who haven't, maybe when that new Halo drops next year, it gives them a reason to jump in and say, hey, let me try this Halo out. So I think it works, well for Xbox, because it's going to help Halo in the long run, and it's going to, help PlayStation because it's going to increase their player base. I think it's a win-win for both of them. And probably Xbox probably gets a bigger piece of the cut now that they've added in some Halo to it.
Oh, I could only imagine.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. This is the thing. This is so genius because first of all, people have been saying this shit forever, right? Like the people who are not doing the console war shit, right? When you look just into the player bases that are just like, if you guys remember, there was a big push from PlayStation players and PC players to have Xbox players join the fight. They wanted this because this is like it's a co-op game, right? They just want as many people. And there was this whole big movement that they were trying to get off the ground and kind of usher in this idea of Xbox players coming in. I told y'all that the thing that sold me, I have PlayStation, I have a PC, I have not purchased this game on either of those platforms. Okay. Had no desire. I saw the announcement, obviously hilarious, right? Seeing all the ponies, heading for the hills, they're all dying and crying and also sad. And then I go into the announcement on Twitter and I'm expecting tears and pain and trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like,
Yeah.
Get my popcorn ready. Let's see what we got. Right. And instead, I saw PlayStation players that were full of excitement. They were so pumped that Xbox players were going to join the fight. One, because they wanted to have more players in the game. Two, they love that game and they know that more people coming in, it's just only going to help that game live longer. It's going to help them have more content. So much coming.
That's wild.
100%.
Yeah, that's wild.
So when I saw that and they were really excited and they were like, and people were excited and they would show pictures or like little GIFs of like ODST dropping, right? Like shit like that, like Spartans, like they would talk about Spartans are joining the battle. And like that was all just in their mind of like looking at Xbox people as people who've dealt with this through Halo for so many years. It's like they're here. They almost looked at us like the soldiers look at Master Chief when he walks in the room. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, the legends are here. I just told you what happened on Battlefield, okay? So they're like, oh my God, the legends are here.
The real ones.
And again, I'm not mocking them because they were genuine about it. They really were pumped.
No,
they used it. And so for me, I was like, wow, like that is so dope. And I was like, fuck yeah, you know what?
I'll throw a hand in there.
I want to play this shit. I'll come in, I'll fuck some shit up. Let's handle this, right? So I did go ahead and pre-order this before this happened. And then look at that. They went from a pipe dream that they were having about, Spartans joining the battle to all of a sudden you got ODST dropping into this game. And it's so fucking dope.
Yeah,
Like,
this
it's so
is going
awesome.
to be insane. But I do have to say, with everything going on and all the console war nonsense that's out there, and it being about the games, what a beautiful way to kind of show what this is all about, right? Helldivers 2, hey, like, what a way to gel it all together and kind of saying, look, we're standing here together for the players, right? So, I mean, for us,
Yeah, it's
on
so
this
it's dope.
side.
And then, I mean, not for nothing, but as a hardcore Halo fan,
Mhm.
someone who loves Halo, someone who has a lot of fond memories of Halo 3 ODST.
Yeah.
What a way to get us fucking amped.
Yep.
Like, you show this to any fucking real Halo player and they hear that ODST are about to drop. Come on, man. What a way to live through a snippet of Halo, right? Through in another game.
Yep.
Like, that is phenomenal. I'm really, really pumped. I'm really pumped for this, and I'm really glad that this is happening. You know
Yeah. Hey, maybe if this takes off, you get a new ODST.
Give me a next gen LDST, baby.
Yeah.
It has to be. I feel like they're working on it. I feel like the fact that this is even happening here is almost like a sign that they're working on another one. You know what I'm saying?
I have to say also, because we talked about this, do you guys think this is also a sign for what Ida Crow is saying here? We've been waiting for Halo in COD for years, right? So we talked about this and we were wondering if this was something that was coming up. What do you guys think now with what we saw? They're in Fortnite, they're coming into Helldivers 2. I feel like with the anniversary coming up next year, I feel like they are just taking all the right steps to make it impactful.
Yeah. I feel like they've been kind of slow with that, like since the ABK acquisition, as far as even since the ZeniMax acquisition, with like the cross pollination between, like, big characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's inevitable to happen. I think you got to have Master Chief and COD at some point.
Yeah.
Well, if you remember the last game, there was a rumor that, hey, a matter of fact, they had images of Master Chief in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That he was going to be in Call of Duty. And then that was before this game. So the year before that, which would have been the first Call of Duty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3? Was
MW3.
Yeah. That was the one that happened right after they closed, right? Yeah. And then there was this one. But now there's, what I'm hearing are rumors that that Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is kind of crazy. Is actually the throwaway year.
Oh.
So as dope as Black Ops 6 was, they introduced the movement and all that stuff, right? But that was the big thing, right? They've been working on this mechanic for a long time, and Black Ops 6 was almost like the proof of concept.
Yeah, okay.
To make sure that they nailed it, that they got it right. And so word on the street is Black Ops 6 was the throwaway year, and that's why we're getting a Black Ops 7 so quick. Where normally it's a it's a different game, right? Normally it'd be Modern Warfare or Sledgehammer game, Infinite Warfare or whatever bullshit, whatever version they're gonna do, right? But we're getting Black Ops back to back, and the reason being is because 7 was the one that they've been working on the most.
Oh.
So 7 was the big dog, the one that is the game that they actually wanted to make everything that they wanted to do. And that's why when we saw that trailer, it was so unique and it was so different, because that's the one that they're putting their all into. So it's almost like you figure they are dropping Halo in this game. They just dropped Halo again in Fortnite. Remember, this is the second time. Chief has already been there, but now they actually brought the red and blue soldiers, right?
Yeah.
The red and blue Spartans into Fortnite. And with Black Ops 7 coming out this year, and next year being the year of Halo for me, because obviously it's the year hit. This newsflash, if you don't know already, if Halo comes out in a year, it's the year of Halo for me, right?
Yeah.
Don't matter what else releases. Doesn't mean I won't love any other games. Doesn't mean I won't think other games are 10s out of 10s or 9s out of 9s or amazing. But it's just gotta call a spade, right? Halo is my favorite, right? So next year, the year of Halo, it would be the year to drop Master Chief into Black Ops.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
I would think he would be in this Black Ops because this Black Ops is supposed to be more futuristic, so it's a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think he would be in this one.
Yeah, I agree. I just think it's going to be better. I think it's going to work better. I'm really excited for it. I see my homie Brett Bingham in the building. What's up, Brett? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the $5.
Thank you.
He says Xbox players. Well, first of all, let me hit him with a little double banger, a little finger blasting in there for him. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for the $5, which says Xbox players coming in hot like Red Team and Sergeant Forge overloading the fusion core in Halo Wars. We're burning daylight. Play the cinematic, CMoney. Brett, that was beautiful. I don't know what cinematic you're talking about, dog. So I don't have one for you. But if you're talking about a Halo Wars cinematic, if you want to send it to me, I'll play it. I just don't know which one you're talking about or what you're talking about. Like Halo Wars, especially part 1, was a very different beast. Part 2, I beat and I loved. Part 1, that's when Ensemble made it, and it was like their first kind of rodeo with doing the cinematic. Making a strategy game on controller form, and they did a great job. But I think they spent more time doing that than anything else. I don't remember the original game all too well. Halo Wars 2 was fire, and it led right into Infinite, which was great. What did he write in that post, baby?
He's gonna send it to you, by the way.
Oh yeah. Send it to me. It's the only way. It's gonna
the Halo Wars.
Yeah, from Halo Wars cinematic. Yeah.
No other Halo franchise cinematics goes as hard.
Bro, don't go too crazy.
In my opinion, he said.
All right,
in my opinion.
In your opinion, that's okay.
Don't go too crazy. Reel it in.
Let's take a step back. Okay. Jaggle 6 mentions Halo skins are in Fortnite and Gears. Yes, Gears are in there. I think it'll be dope. I think Halo. I think Halo and Black Ops 7 will be dope. I think this is going to be phenomenal. Ultimately, though, I think there's something that is happening here that, unless you kind of think about it for a second, something more important is happening here. Mm-hmm. I think, and yes, you got Helldivers, coming on Xbox. That's a high level decision. Hey, put that game on there. Cool. The fact that Halo is going to be in there. This is not Fortnite, right? Fortnite's a neutral ground. So you got Halo in there and you got, Kratos in there, right? All based on the fact that Fortnite exists. So Fortnite's the mediator, right? So it's like,
yes,
it's okay that these games are in the same place because it's through Fortnite, right? But this is going to be the first time that PlayStation and Xbox IP are officially crossing over with no middleman involved.
Yeah.
Not like a fighting game that both their players are in, or like Soul Calibur. Technically, they weren't on the same game, but they were still in that. Each different platform had a version of the game, so technically they're in the same game. But still, point is, this is the first time. So, when you start thinking about this, I'm sorry, but the fact that they're working together in this way, and then you think about the fact of all the stuff that we've been hearing from PlayStation directly, bringing everything over, they're hiring people to make this a normal thing. Do you guys think that this is just the start of crossovers? Do you think you are now in a place where they will look at each other just like they look at any other third-party developer and be like, hey, bring your character into our game because it makes sense for our world?
There's no better way to help sell the IP on your platform than with that backing. So I think that is genius, right? I think that if you want that strong presence, the way to lure in the players, like I said, and that's why I made that joke in the beginning about how you're gonna help me sell copies of the game on your platform, because like I said, people who may have not thought of buying Helldivers 2 may be thinking of buying it now after seeing this. And maybe the same thing would work the other way around as well. And this just happens to gel very well. So, it's funny because we talked about how Fortnite is giving Helldivers a run for their money because they have Halo in there and they have like all the bugs everywhere. And it's because we were like, they're giving Helldivers with all the bugs the run for their money and doing it before Helldivers shows up. And it's almost, I feel now like it was just a nugget of info that this collab was going to be taking place. If you think about it. Anyways, I do think that this is a great move. I think that if anyone may be nervous about a game or a big IP, wondering how it will be received, this is a good way to give it a nice little shove and push. And it shouldn't be something that should end anytime soon, right? If it goes together, if it makes sense.
Agreed 100%. I think that at this point now you're in a situation where you're going to be able to lose this almost like animosity between the two platforms, and go ahead and actually work together to take advantage of great situations like this, right? Like to be in a position where you can look at a game and be like, all right, this makes sense here. We're bringing it to Xbox. Let's go ahead and get this in there. I think that it's definitely a win-win. What do you think, Farrell?
Yeah, I think it's a win-win for both of them. And I do think we're going to see more of it because, live service games are dominating so much people's time that you can't really afford for your big IP and your big characters just not to be in people's, be not on their screen. Like it has to be, they can't be out of sight, out of mind. Because if that's the case, you're not attracting new customers over time because, you're getting new players, new gamers every day. And they need to be able to see your characters if you want to sell to them. Like I think that's one of the things that PlayStation struggles with their games is that their characters don't appear in a lot of other places. So it's a little bit more difficult to attract new customers to certain types of games that you make. So, I think we're already starting to see it with Doom Guy being in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and things like that. So even like games where it doesn't necessarily make quote unquote sense, you're still starting to see like some of these characters pop up in different places, and I think we're going to continue to see it.
Yeah, where it makes sense, right? That's the thing. But again, I don't see there being this connection between them if everything that we've been hearing is not the way we're hearing it, right? The way it's being said, not the way that the ponies are deflecting or trying to change the words or trying to do things to kind of make it sound like whatever.
Yeah.
I think that it's clear with this type of involvement between the two. I mean, you're basically talking two studios from different, families kind of get together. Like, hey, let's go ahead.
Romeo and Juliet have come together, and no one's saying a damn thing about it. I mean,
it's true.
Might open the door for Sunset Overdrive too. Things keep going this way.
Maybe. I mean, listen, this is the thing. At the end of the day, like, the world would be a better place with a Sunset Overdrive 2.
Yeah.
Right? It's only not being made because of the kind of situation that surrounds it. But Sunset Overdrive Part 1 was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right? So why not let them, take a swing at this and not be stuck on the same, freaking grind of Marvel? Let's move past that crap and let's get them making some creative, fun games again.
Something that matters. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, well, look, I think this game here, having Halo in it, smart, genius idea. And I think that this is going to spark that conversation further with like talking more about like what there's already people asking. I'm seeing a lot on Twitter actually with people saying things like what game do you want to see next? What games should PlayStation bring over? What game do you think is going to be the next PlayStation game released on Xbox? And when you see this stuff happen, it's like, well, you get the conversation, right? Like, you get why now it's a popular thing to talk about. So I think that at the end of the day, this is going to have a ripple effect elsewhere, where you're going to see more of this conversation happening.
Yeah.
And as this conversation is happening more and more, you're going to see PlayStation looking at it more and more, right? And as this just becomes a accepted way of being amongst most gamers, which I think, what's funny, and I don't know if you guys notice this, babies, especially with you, because you're always when you're seeing this stuff on Twitter, you're always sending me stuff when you see the things that are going on. I've noticed, and again, I don't know if you have, or you could tell me, I feel like I've seen a rise of the non-console warriors. Like normally your Twitter feed or my Twitter feed is full of like all these people who are talking shit, right?
Yeah.
So it's like PlayStation people talking shit about Xbox people talking shit about PlayStation.
That's how quiet they've been. The
Seriously.
ponies have been, that they're making room for the people that actually play games and that whose opinion actually matter.
100%. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that, but I've noticed it. Chat, also let us know if you noticed that. I don't know if maybe it's just in my own little bubble, but have you noticed, baby? Because I really feel like I've seen more and more people talking just about the games.
Yeah.
Before you answer that, let me even double down and say that I had some ponies who I know are ponies for a fact, and have said heinous shit, like crazy heinous shit to us, or to me specifically, many, many times, right? But in some of these posts recently that I had about Helldivers and all this other shit, or Hellblade, they're coming in and they're not even talking about Xbox being shit or whatever. They're now just talking about the games being shit. You know what I'm saying? So like they're gonna come in and they're talking shit about Hellblade, right? But they didn't mention Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Like the
the levels of the situation are changing now.
Yes.
They're targeting new things.
So they're getting away from like, oh, Xbox suck dick to like, oh, this game is not good.
Listen, and I don't know if this is going to bring this back for you, but I did say with the Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty comparisons and kind of like, oh, Battlefield's going to come out here and it's the Call of Duty killer, right?
Yes.
And you hear this narrative and it's so emphasized on that I feel like a lot of these scalpers that now feel like they can't take down Xbox are now trying to put this narrative out here and try to aim at certain games because they want them to be dethroned, right?
Yep.
So I feel like their targets are changing. So just keep a lookout for where these gallopers are heading because they're unpredictable right now.
Agreed.
So just it's crazy how they shift and they take just form because it is a better place out there on Twitter when it comes to the gallopers not being around or having much to say. Their narrative is just dying and they want new reasons to be relevant and to matter or say something of significance. The problem is that everything they have to say is so negative and disgusting that no one wants to pay attention to any of that shit. They want to keep dominating with that nonsense and that narrative. And it's so toxic.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't know, Farrell, have you noticed that at all? Because again, I've definitely noticed a trend away from the console war talk to people just talking about games, people excited about games, and then like the people who are like the ponies who were giving me a lot of shit all the time, talking nonsense, are now, I mean, they're still talking nonsense, but they're talking nonsense about
they can no longer
games.
defend their box. You understand that?
like
there's nothing that they can say. They've been stripped down. So now they're going to attack the games.
Yeah, I feel like the hardcore ponies have kind of been like silently, but not silently, like infighting about what's next with PlayStation. Now that PlayStation has kind of said, you know, what they've said about, you know, going multi-platform, because they haven't announced, you know, that big game yet to PlayStation players. I mean, Helldivers 2 isn't necessarily a big game to them. It's more of a big PC game than it is a big PlayStation game. But they all feel it coming, but it seems like they've been a lot more quiet, and the attacks on Xbox has been, you know, a lot less. I do think that has been the case, because even when I was scrolling on Twitter during the show just to get like a feel for like what's been going on in the community, because I kind of been away from it for a little bit, I didn't see, you know, the type of stuff that I normally see, you know, from your Reforges, your Dreamcast guys, saw a little bit from Nib, but yeah, it's not, you know, the people that you usually see talking a lot of junk. You're just not seeing as much of it. Not seeing any Crossfire X podcast clips, or, you know, just you
don't see Crap Gamer. I think Crap Gamer's gone, bro. I haven't seen anything from him.
Yeah, you're just not seeing those
Tim
big
Dog?
names, those big names in the community. You're just
Where
not
could they
seeing
be?
them.
Where's my boy Tim?
Yeah, it's just not there anymore at the moment. If something, you know, big happens, I guess in the near term, I guess they'll pop up again. But it's like, yeah, they've had to be quiet for a little bit.
Yeah,
it's funny that this is what kind of takes them down, when the reason why they shouldn't be talking shit about Xbox and their games is because of the fact that they were so hyped for these games to come to their platform.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I feel like the most exciting thing about Helldivers 2 is this new trailer that they put together, and you know, Halo. So I don't know. I feel like they were very gassed up to get these games that they claimed to hate. I think that was the part that they were, where they were exposed, and they should have kind of pulled back a little bit.
I think something that kind of like hurts the narrative is, that now that these Xbox games have gone over there, and they just haven't gone over there, but they've actually dominated the PlayStation Store. And now that PlayStation has made this same type of announcement that we kind of plan on doing the same thing, is that I feel like a lot of PlayStation guys know that won't be the same case. Like, I don't see a lot of PlayStation games, if they released 10 in a year, which would be extremely hard for them to do. I just don't see 10 PlayStation games, or even 5 PlayStation games being in the top 10 of Xbox in a given month or a quarter or a year. I don't see that happening. I think Helldivers will be in the top 10 for sure, but maybe that first month, but I don't know how long it'll hold there. It's just PlayStation doesn't have that type of IP that will sit at the top of a store for multiple months, especially being at their mostly single player type games.
Agreed.
I do have to say this though. You guys realize how no Xbox game needed PlayStation reinforcement to step in that bitch and run shit, right? And here we go. The first one that's dropping from PlayStation, and they need as much reinforcement as possible. I'm just saying, when they come in talking about sales and shit, remember that you didn't show up alone.
That's fucking true. I didn't even think
Sorry,
about that.
I had to say it. It's been bothering me because I don't it's a cool thing that this is happening, but I'm just saying Xbox just showed up with their games.
Yeah, like
there was no crossover. They didn't do anything. They didn't put fucking Gran Turismo in Forza.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
None of it.
They didn't put any of the characters in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, Nathan Drake's not in Sea of Thieves. He would be a great character for Sea of Thieves.
Of course.
He's not there.
They should sell him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who else? There's no guess you could throw Atreus in Grounded. People would hate that though.
Oh my god, I hate that fucking kid. Oh my god.
Atreus and Kid Ellie
in
Grounded.
Atreus.
All the kids.
They should just do that that should be the crossover.
Yeah.
Grounded should cross over with God of War and have Atreus turn into, but I don't mean not in the Grounded game. Grounded goes to God of War. You know what I'm saying? So in God of War, Atreus shrinks and disappears. And then you just play the game without him. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going. You just keep going. No Atreus.
What happened to me, boy?
Oh, he's somewhere down there. I don't know. I can't see him. Oh, I squashed him. He's dead. You know what I'm saying? And that's the canonical way you get rid of him, because his powers won't help him when he's a tiny bug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the crossover event that all God of War fans.
And then somehow he died, bit by a spider and Grounded.
That's it.
The end.
Needs to be gone. Needs to be gone 100%, yo. Oh my god.